Hey guys, I thought I'd just really quickly do take you through what I'm taking to Bologna. I'm not going to do a swatch thing because it would take ages, but I can show you some of my swatches. But I thought I am just going to show you what I have decided to take and why. Okay, so firstly I need to start with these two sketchbooks. I'm so excited about these. I was gifted these two books from Pith, and we got to choose, like each of us Breakfast Club girls got them and got to choose our colours, so I went for really nice blues. Love their sketchbooks so much, but they often do, until now, they've just done a really small one and then like a bigger than A4 one. So these are actually perfect. These I am going to be like stocking up on so much. Obviously it was gifted, but I'm not like, you don't have to say any of this, but I honestly love it. So if I just compare, that's a Royal Talens book. So it's about the same height, but just a tiny bit wider, but really similar in that size, but their own like bespoke. I think it's a centimetre or 10 mil wider. I think it's a similar height. It might be very slightly less. I can't remember the exact things. I can take these off now, but I just wanted to leave them on for this video so you can see what they're called. And Piths, if you haven't seen me talk about them before, I've got a little sketchbook video that I will post the link to below. But they're so nice because they're beautifully made and beautifully bound, and they lay flat, so you can like open each page and it's not like it lays really nicely flat, and also the paper's really thick, so it literally takes all materials. So nice, really like them, and that size I think is going to be my new favourite. However, this size, the Lumia, which is, so let me think if I can A4, can I just show you? Okay, so this is a moleskin A4, so it's quite a bit smaller, and then this is a Pith A4, well, their like version of like what A4 is, so it's again a lot smaller. So you've now got these super nice 4 sizes of Pith, one for every occasion. This is so good for something in your pocket because it's small. This is like what I plan to use like most of the time, but this is such a nice size because I find that A4 can be like a little bit overwhelming sometimes. If you've been used to working on this size, it can suddenly feel really big, whereas this is super nice because it's not too big, and actually I may end up loving this for doing like bigger pages, but at the moment my brain is very much into this kind of size of book and drawing. But I'm going to be taking them both because you never know, and I actually might also take a moleskin just because these are brand new, and if I get any like complex in my brain of like what, like, oh no, it's scary, even though I tell you guys start in the middle, which I totally will be doing, but I think it's quite handy to have a book that you've already started, especially because it's a children's book fair, and if someone's like, oh, can I look through your sketchbook, and you've taken a sketchbook with nothing in it, whereas this one I've done like a zoom in, and I've done back here a couple of like more illustrations, so it's got like something in, and therefore it feels kind of more comfortable. So I'll be taking that as well, and just seeing how I feel when I'm there, because it might be that I only use Pith, but yeah, I thought it's horrible if you take something and then you wish you just brought something extra, because I can always decide each day what books I want to take out. I really like the colours of the blue, so I'm just going to leave that there. Then I'm taking these 3 Liquitex. Haven't used Liquitex in ages because I was like, I don't understand how people are using pencil crayon on top of them. But then I did a little test. I think it was in the back of the sketchbook I just had. This one. Was it this one? was, unless it was in the back of the moleskin. This is a very organised video. Oh yeah, and it turns out I wasn't able to draw on top of it well when I was putting it down really thick, but when I'm putting it down thinner, and especially when I'm using my finger to like blur it out a bit, where you get these super nice textures as well, you can actually draw on top of it really well. You just need to let it dry, but that I tried when it was still a bit wet. But so I'm going to take 3 and see how I get on. I may not use them, but they're really good big markers for like getting down big block areas. And then my pencil crayons, obviously can't go anywhere without them. This is the new pencil roll that I spoke to you about. So I've got my pencil sharpener, rubber, and I actually treated myself to a new white Neocolour. I think there's still the old one in there, but just because this one was getting a bit small, so I got a new white one. And then this pencil sharpener is so handy because it's got 2 holes. The big one's actually really good for sharpening Neocolours, and then that one for pencil crayons. And I just thought I'd quickly explain how I chose these colours. So I went through all of my pots like this on my desk, and swatched them in a pith. So I was also seeing how they were used in a pith, and there's quite a few that I have that are duplicates, so you can see a couple where I'm like, oh, that's a duplicate, but some of them I managed to catch out before I coloured, because I was like, I've definitely got a few of those. So it looks like I've got more than what's on here. But these are all my pencil crayons. And I was looking at photos of Bologna, and I also looked at hashtag Bologna Children's Book Fair and hashtag Bologna Sketchbook and things like that on Instagram to see what kind of colours people are using and what the landscape's like, what the city's like. And there's so many like gorgeous terracottas and browns, and then a few like really nice turquoise roofs, but then I like to have other colours for like people, skin tones, maybe plant life, and obviously inside the fair I might want to use different colours. So I've got like a nice rainbow, but very much selected colours that I felt were good. So this is all of them, that's not what's in there, but when I was swatching I was like, oh, I really like that one, and then I'd put it in. And then some I'd kind of recheck because I'd find another one super similar, and then I'd have to pick because there's like some here that are like too close to like take up 2 spaces, and there's so many really nice blues, and I haven't used blues in ages, but I've got so many nice blues, so I've brought quite a few just to kind of play around with, especially because now at the moment I'm like playing with drawing with colours like that aren't the colours, so doing a whole picture in, you know, 2 colours. So I thought it was really nice to have some blues in there. And then if I just roll this up, so that's how I chose these, and this is a whole mix of Caran d'Ache Luminance, Derwent, Lightfast, and I think a couple of Faber Castels in there too. And then if I just pop that there so you can kind of see it. And then I got this little tin at the Cornwall Antique Salvage Fair last weekend, at Easter weekend. Super cute tin, and I thought that is perfect for when you just want to take a couple of Neocolours away. I normally take like this tin away, but it's quite heavy. So I thought, right, I'm just going to take 5 other than my white. And I've gone with like some nice bright colours because I really enjoyed drawing with these recently. I drew some dogs in just bright colours and really enjoyed this colour combo. So I thought I'm just going to take those rather than thinking like of duplicating colours that I already have here. I thought, no, I want them to be different. I want them to have their own purpose, rather than being like, oh, I can also have an ochre in a Neocolour, because that's where I think I normally go down the route of, and I don't use it. I've got my watercolours, so I've got this little travel tin, and then my brand new tin, which you would have seen on my latest video where I'm unboxing, so I'm really excited about that. I've really enjoyed this one, but the only reason why I'm not taking just this is because I've actually found like using a white has been really useful, having a bit more space to mix, and then there's like that green earth that I bought is super nice, and having a turquoise blue is also really handy. So that's why I'm taking them both, because actually like they're still pretty light, and yeah, I'm really getting back into watercolor, so I didn't want to limit myself too much with it. Pan pastels, I nearly didn't bring these, but I thought I'm just going to put 3 in, a bit like the Neocolours. I've just got pink and then a blue and like a yellowy beige. Thinking bases, and I'm thinking just keep it super simple. I've always taken a whole selection before. I've got like a whole load here, well not a whole load, but you know, like selection, and then I'm just like, oh, I don't want to use them, whereas just taking 3 means that I could maybe just use a pink one day or whatever. And then 1 sponge. I might end up taking the little like sponge pen I've got, because that can just go in this that kind of, what's it called, I don't even know where it's gone, but yeah, it's kind of like on a stick, so I might end up taking that as well. But really limiting myself, because it's literally, I'm there for 4 days and I feel like I'm packing for a lifetime. But because it's all about illustrating, I don't want to go without feeling like I've got materials if I'm wanting to draw and stuff. A couple of clips for if I'm drawing out and about and like it's windy. Piths are pretty good because they do lie flat, but it's always handy sometimes just to be able to like clip it, and they're super useful. You can buy a whole load of them from Amazon, I think. I'll link it below. I think I got like a pack of 12, and I use them all the time. And then finally, in this bag, I fully recommend getting some kind of pouch like this that you can just shove all your pens in. I'm not going to go through all of my colours, but basically I've got 2 Fude pens because I treated myself to a second one. One's got a black ink in and one's got like a dark brown ink. I need to take like a spare ink just to refill, because these are like ones that you refill from. But they're obviously an absolute necessity. A few brushes for painting. So I've got like flat, round, and then that really nice new one, that travel one, for like if I just want to take that out. That's pretty versatile. A mechanical pencil, because you never know when you just want to draw in pencil. I bought, there's another paintbrush. I've got a normal pencil as well, and one of these like colourful rainbow ones, just for fun. I mean, it's the lightest thing to put in your sketchbook if you just wanted to draw something a bit different. And then all of these are literally just a mixture of Tombows and Ecoline pens. I've got some nice like pastel colours in there, some bright colours, but then also I've got my beiges and greys, and I just thought I'll take a mix, see how I feel, because I might end up feeling like I'm wanting to be really colourful, or I might want to be more realistic, but I thought if I take a mix of them both, because I thought I can pack this, but then I can always leave lots in the Airbnb and lighten it up for the load of the day, because I don't want to be walking around with the heaviest backpack ever. And then I got these new business cards made, which are super cute, which I'm going to be taking. This is the character from a book that I'm trying to get published, that I've written. And I thought, instead of just having, well, it's actually Ben's idea, instead of having like my name over and over again, like my Instagram by Call Illustration, my Patreon by Call Illustration, this just takes to my link tree. So I thought that's so much cleaner than just having lines of everything. But I've got my website there, so it's super clear for my website, but you can still find it on there. And I got them at printed.com, and they're really nice and thick. I don't know if you can see, but it's got like a really nice green, is it going to show? Green like stripe, which matches this, which is super exciting. And that is it. That is what I'm taking, and that is why I'm taking it. The colours of what I felt would fit Bologna really well. Colours to be bright with, in case I'm wanting to feel like drawing something in a different way. Watercolours, because I'm going way back into them. This, because the pastels are so good to lay down a quick base along with the Liquitex. And of course you can't go anywhere without a whole bunch of markers, because they are the absolute best for drawing people and location. Really excited to use these piths. Can't wait to show you what I get up to and what I learn from the show. It's obviously not just going to be a sketchbook tour. I'll show you anything I draw, but it will be very much, yeah, it'll very, sorry. Anything I learned from the show about children's books will be on the children's books tier, but I'll show you any like drawings I do as well, from the fair and anything around it on this tier. But I hope you really enjoyed it, and yeah, I will stop. My words aren't coming out my mouth anymore, so I'm going to stop. Okay, thanks guys, bye.